Okay, so good morning. I'm going to share my screen. There's a few things I need to talk to you guys about because I feel like when I post a video or if I'm not talking to you live, you have no idea what it is because you don't look at the video. Not all of you, but a lot of you. And I'm noticing that because of your fitness logs. I graded like 20 of them today, maybe 25 over the last couple submissions that you guys have submitted. And I probably sent back three-fourths of them. So check. Another thing is, and I've said this many times, if you submit something to me, I will write a comment if something's wrong or if you're missing something or if I need something more or if you're not following the instructions or whatever, right? And I've said this before. And I always will write a comment. If I don't write a comment and you get a full credit, then you know you're doing the right thing. Especially when I made a video right here. This folder contains the video lesson on fitness goals. So I put that in here from the 11th, okay? And this was a video from my A-Day class from a Wednesday where I went over it with them, but I put it for your class too, so you knew. Now, for a lot of you that you were submitting, your fitness logs within that around time, I still gave you a 10 out of 10 because it was new, right? And maybe you didn't understand it. Maybe you didn't look at the video, which is more so the case. So I still gave you a 10 out of 10, but I wrote a comment for a lot of people. And if you submitted a fitness log after that and it was still the same, one, you didn't read the comment, which I always tell you guys, regardless of what grade you get on your assignment, you should always open it and just take a look. It takes 2 seconds to do. Just open it, scroll over to the side, see if there's any comments, right? So I've sent it back to you. And then I have a number of people, it's not just one or two, that are like, oh, I thought I submitted that. Boom. And then they hit submit again without looking at the comments because they think that they forgot to submit it. When in fact, that might not be the case. Sometimes it might be the case, but more so than not, you did submit it and you didn't forget, and I sent it back to you. Now, unfortunately, Schoology does not notify you, which I think that's silly, when you get an unsubmitted assignment, like kind of sent back to you, which I think is a fault with Schoology, and I think maybe they should fix that. But at this point of the year, I'm not going to be messaging every single one of you to say, hey, I sent this back. Hey, I sent this back. Hey, I sent this back. I did that in the beginning of the year, but I'm not doing that anymore. It's too much. I mean, I have 10 classes times 33 kids, right? Like I have a lot of students. So if I did that, it would be forever. Okay. So if you haven't already, you can always go back and check out this video. All right. And if you have, great. But if you haven't, guess what? We're doing it today. And I'm going to do it live with all of you because I just graded about 25 assignments from different days. And some people are writing, I want to lose 50 pounds by next month. Or like, that's a little extreme. But I did have one or two people write, they're going to lose 100 pounds by the end of the year. No, you're not. That's so unhealthy. Some people are writing like, I want to get toned. I want to lose my love handles. Okay. It's a goal, but it's not specific. It's not measurable. All right. And you guys have to start thinking about what type of, goal is healthy and what type of goal is actually attainable. Like what can you actually do in a month? Or what can you actually see to lose if your goal is to lose weight in a week? Because losing the average amount of weight loss during 1 week is a half a pound to 2 pounds. And I'll tell you right now, ladies, losing even just a half a pound in 1 week is difficult. It takes a lot of discipline. So if you're somebody who doesn't really do that, never really have, and you don't really have a plan, and you're telling me that you want to lose 5 pounds by the end of next week, that's really difficult. That's 2.5 pounds in 1 week. And it's very, very hard. And for some of us, if we're not really having that plan, it could be very unhealthy. And so I want to be able to talk to you guys about what a good fitness goal looks like, because it seems as though many of you have not watch the video. All right. Okay. So now also, if you guys have any questions, like please ask me. All right. Like I have been having fitness goals for myself for years. I know how to work out. I know the steps. I know all this stuff. And so sometimes I might take it as you get it. And maybe you don't. Like maybe you just need more help. Maybe you're just like ignorant and you just don't understand. You just need to understand and learn more. And maybe I'm just like not really getting it, especially those of you that are in school with me. Okay. And I've been noticing more and more in all my classes that more and more kids are starting to come to school. And, they're voting tonight actually on having 4 days in. So you guys are going to be choosing, you're either going to be 4 days in or not at all. There's no hybrid anymore starting March 22nd if they vote yes tonight. So something for you guys to think about. So fitness goals. One, your fitness goals must be specific. So a bad example, get healthy. What does that mean, right? A good example, lose weight. Now, remember, lose weight cannot just be your goal entirely. You need to narrow that down even further. And as we go through these slides, you'll see how that kind of progresses. And I just use this goal, lose weight, as just an example. Some of you might not want to lose weight. Some of you might want to gain weight. Some of you might want to just gain more muscle or more endurance or, whatever. Two, measurable. Okay. A bad example, get really healthy. It's not quantifiable. Good, lose 10 pounds. So now you have a number associated with the weight. And you have to have a definite way of knowing when you reached your goal. Some of you said you want to lose like your love handles, or, you want to lose, I don't know, right? So if you want to lose your love handles, that's great. But how are you going to know? What, you're just going to like eyeball it? It's not really that measurable. Three, attainable. So it's really awesome. A lot of you guys have set big pictures for the long term, but you really need something more achievable now so that it can keep you on track and keep you motivated, right? You want to start small so you can see achievements. You know how we are. We're very much like we want to see something now, now, now. And if we don't, we kind of get discouraged and quit, right? So if you see early achievements first, you're more likely to kind of encourage that long-term consistency with continuing and not quitting, right? And if you set something way too far out there, it's going to be way more discouraging if you don't make that progress as fast as you thought you could, right? And then, as I mentioned earlier, it's so important to consider the size of your goal. You're not going to lose 20 pounds in 1 month. It's just not going to happen unless somebody is a very large person and they're on an extreme regimen from a doctor or something, and they're like an extreme case, right? But 20 pounds in a month, if you break that down, that's 5 pounds in 1 week. And if you guys remember what I said earlier, a healthy loss is a half a pound to 2 pounds in 1 week. And getting more to that 2 pounds in 1 week, that's very difficult. That takes a lot of discipline and a lot of work. Four, relevant. Okay. Ask yourself, is this goal worthwhile? And am I motivated? Am I actually motivated to do this? Okay. Creating a goal without any motivation, you're not getting there. But if you have some type of motivation attached to that, like I want to lose 8 pounds in 2 months so that I can be ready for my sister's wedding. I don't know. It's just an example. Okay. Some people did write things like, I want to lose 10 pounds by June or July or by May or June so that I can fit in my bathing suit. Or even it has nothing to do with weight. It might just be, I just want to feel more comfortable, right? More confident. Timely. You want to be strict about a deadline. If you have a specific deadline, then this creates an urgency for you to actually get there. You don't want to set out your sights way too far out. Okay. Like giving yourself 5 months to lose 10 pounds or like 6 months to lose like 8 pounds, right? That might be way too long. And it's not going to give you the incentive to actually start at it like immediately. And you want to consider setting small goals along the way, right? So if your big goal is to lose maybe 15 or 20 pounds in like 4 months or so, you can set smaller goals like I want to lose 3 pounds in 2 weeks, which would be a pound and a half a week. Okay. Most important, follow through. Once your goal is in place, it's all about your follow through. whether it's to lose 1 pound a week, be able to do 5 push-ups in a row within 2 weeks, or run a 5K in under 30 minutes, right? You can come up with a plan to get you there. But it all starts with deciding, what do you want to do? Okay. Because let's face it, there are some of you in this class that you don't like this class. You don't like to work out. Maybe you have no motivation. So why don't you try and think of something small that you can try and reach um, with this class and try and get something out of it? All right. Be accountable, stay consistent, and the results will follow. Okay. Um, One thing I always tell kids, especially the older kids, more juniors and seniors, and even like freshmen and sophomores, but think about it. Everything you get through high school is free, right? You have this class. It's like going to the gym. And if any of you decide to come back into school, you have a weight room. You literally have a gym for free for 45 minutes for free. All right. You leave high school, that's not free anymore. You got to start paying. And you get to see me every other day for free, right? You have guidance counselors, therapy for free. Once you leave high school, not free anymore. Everything costs money when you leave high school. Everything costs money. Take advantage of what you have. That's what I got to say. Okay. So, again, I urge you to start thinking about your goals, even if you're not into this class, or try and find some type of motivation, whether you're thinking about the spring and the summer and it's getting warmer out. Okay. And, or whether you have an event coming up, somebody's wedding's coming up, maybe in the fall or late summer, or you're graduating this year if you're a senior, right? And you're like, I just want to feel more healthy. I want to feel comfortable. Try and think about a goal that kind of wraps around what your other goals in life are as well. Are there any questions there?